For Black History Month, we asked you to tell us how we're doing when it comes to telling Black stories.
9 News anchor Alexander Lewis got leaders in the Black community together to take an introspective look at how our storytelling is viewed in the community. At 9 News, we pride ourselves on being storytellers, but we recognize our success is contingent on all of our viewers feeling seen.
Stories that are told are tired. They're tired. I support the 5 Points Parade. I support all this, but talk to me about politics. I mean, that's where my life is. If he's an entrepreneur and a developer, when they're building something, why are we talking to white people? Why? Black people are in all the roles, and the stories are too short. Too short.
We want the opportunity to control the narrative of who we are in this community. And a 2-minute story is not going to do that.
What is being demanded of you? Are you supposed to squeeze the juice out of a fruit and get 10% of it and feel like that was a good job? Is that what they're asking you to do? Because if that's what they're asking you to do, then this community needs to stand behind you and say, no, we want the whole lemon.
As a co-developer and co-owner on the Park Hill Golf Course, it was never about our story and what we wanted to create for community. It was always about the white man who wanted to come in and gentrify the community. And it was like, no, we want to live in good communities too. We need to invest in communities for us, by us, that are going to establish institutions for us, right? But our story was never told.
When I do think about the MLK March, it was very cold, and you know, the Honorable Wilma Webb was there. Definitely interviewed her, but then I wonder why we always go around and interview the white senators, the white mayors, and I get it, they're the senators and the mayors, but this has nothing to do with them. Has zero to do with them, especially when we have Black elected officials who have been working on this for decades. There is a time when we don't need to hear from them. Seriously, quite frankly, we do not need to hear from them when we're talking about something historically Black. And I don't know why the news runs to them and makes them ultimately the important piece in the story.
There's a lot of deep roots here, but it doesn't visually look like that anymore because of gentrification and some of the changes.
I get so tired of folks telling me, well, Black people are only 3% of the population here, so we're doing really good because we've got 3.2% of our hires happen to be Black. I'm absolutely disgusted when I hear that all of the time, because that is not how we do, or it should not be how we're doing business, right? And how we're doing influence and what those internal hiring numbers should look like.
The Black community is small, but we are mighty. We have risen to the occasion beyond a stature of excellence in how we have taken leadership roles and how we have transformed Colorado.
And they're telling the same tired stories again and again, so they can afford to tell some longer stories and actually tell a story. I'm sorry, I thought you all were journalists.
So this is just one part of a 5-part series, and if you have an appetite for more, you can watch our entire conversation online now. And our hope with this is to incorporate some of this feedback into how we tell stories this month and every month. And you know, I think it's really interesting to hear Wanda specifically talk about the MLK March and Herman speak about the Park Hill Golf Course. You know, my first thought is like, what a good reminder is this, that it's not enough just to show up and to be in the spaces, right? They're watching, and we're in the right spaces at the right time, but who are we talking to? Like, what perspectives are we getting? Showing up is just the first step.
Yeah.
Check yourself.
Yeah. Seriously.
As LaDawn said, like, the roots are there, but are they reflected?
What do you see? And it's our job as journalists, you know, they call us out, though, to take all of the layers of the story and present it to those who are watching us. We owe it to them. We owe it to ourselves.
And tired might be a polite word for lazy.
Oh,
Honestly.
seriously, call it out. I like that.
Not just tell the story. Yeah.
That's right.
Take the time.
Direct conversation. Thank you, Alex.